Hello, welcome back to Brain Injury Recovery Vlog. I'm Jared Payne back again. On this month's video, we are going to talk some more about the Mindy device that I purchased for myself. Specifically, we will talk about the things that I have learned in using this the past few months. As with all of my videos, this is solely my personal experience with this device. The things that I've learned, some of them are random things that I've done that seem to help me in my performance with this, but most of what I've learned are things that I have known for a long time, but seeing how how doing these things actually impacts my performance has driven home the need to treat myself correctly. So part of what this device does, when I finish a session that I'm doing, it gives me an activity score on a scale of 0 to 100%. Based on how much I'm able to increase the blood flow and the oxygen to my brain. So obviously, the higher that I can get that number, the better that I'm doing. So seeing the things that I need to do to be healthy, how that impacts the percentage score on that has really driven that home. For instance, being dehydrated makes me not be able to perform well on that. Also, if I don't eat healthy foods, if I eat not good foods for me, that also impacts my score. So I went to my parents' house for a week. And when I was there, I was not drinking adequate water. I was not eating the healthiest foods that I could be eating. I was kind of in vacation mode when I was there. And the results were, when I used this device, I was scoring in that activity score like in the teens. When I got back to my home, and I started drinking the right amount of water, and I started eating healthier foods, getting back in my routines out of that vacation mode, more into my home routines. I started to see that score increase to like the 40s. So obviously drinking adequate water and eating healthy foods are good for my brain performance. So the thing that has really driven that home for me, and has made me want to continue to do that in the future. Also, when I eat a lot of sugar, so if I eat like ice cream, for instance, if I eat a lot of added sugars, that really draws the score down, both the day that I eat the sugar and the next day as well. So I want to avoid the added sugar as much as possible to keep my brain performance up and doing well. So one other random thing that I have found also increases my score is listening to audiobooks. Now, I do listen to audiobooks through my library, but I listen to those at 1.5 times speed. So when I do that for like 3 or 4 hours, I see the following day that my score jumps up from getting like in the 40s to some days I've had that get in the 70s. It's also consistently getting in the 60s. So for some reason, the audiobooks at the increased speed seems to impact my neural performance as well. It helps me get the oxygen and the blood flow to my brain. So I don't know exactly how that works, but that is something that I've learned from using this device. For me, is that when I do listen to those audiobooks, the following day, my performance on this device is a lot better than what it typically is. So that is all that I wanted to share for right now. As always, I did want to say, if you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. I plan on doing some more videos about this in the future as I learn more and as that is impacting me in my recovery as well. So I will continue to make some updates about that. As I mentioned, that is all that I wanted to share. Thanks for watching and have a great day.